ಬಂದಿದೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಹಿರಿಯರ ವಾಣಿ, ಹಿರಿಯರೇ ಇತರ ರಾಜ ರಾಣಿ, ಹತ್ತೋಣ ನಾವು ಅವರ ನೆನಪಿನ ದೋಣಿ, ಕೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡೋಣ ಹಿರಿಯರ ವಾಣಿ, ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡೋಣ ಹಿರಿಯರ ವಾಣಿ, ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡೋಣ ಹಿರಿಯರ ವಾಣಿ. ಇದು ಹಿರಿಯರ ಕತೆ ಹಿರಿಯರ ಜೊತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರ ವಾಣಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇರಿ, ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರಿ.
Supported and catalyzed by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India through National Institute of Social Defence and Media for Community Foundation. Project designed and devised by Dr. R. Sridhar in association with Ashish Tiwari. Content creation by Nightingale's Medical Trust Bangalore, and this is your RJ Kavya. The Government of India has indeed launched a toll-free number 1456 dedicated to providing support to senior citizens. This elder line is operational from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week and offers range of services including
Forgetfulness is something very common these days. Whether you are young or old, rich or poor, literate or illiterate, men or women, we tend to forget things, incidents, name of the people, etc. Today we have Mrs. Lalitha Rao, who is 82 years young, to share her episodes of forgetfulness. Lalitha ma'am, we are eager to hear from you. Over to you.
My episodes of forgetfulness. Hello friends, I am Lalitha Rao, a member of NMT, aged 82 years. The common problem of everyone after the age of 60 years is forgetfulness. We forget names, incidents, and it is sometimes worrying. Of course, in our classes in NMT, teachers give us memorizing exercises to boost our memory. When I say forgetfulness, I remember a Kannada saying, ಮಗುನ ಕಂಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಊರೆಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಕಿದ್ರು, meaning keeping the baby in the waist, they searched the whole town. Our plight is similar. I like to share a few such episodes of mine. That morning, I was reading the newspaper as usual with my extended eyes, namely the spectacles, when suddenly the doorbell rang. I quickly pushed my glasses over to my head and went to answer the doorbell. It was the courier boy with a parcel. He had to go to so many places and could not wait long. So I took the parcel, signing, and paid the amount. As I started to return to my chair to resume my reading, the phone rang. It was my cousin from Mumbai. She talked excitedly for half an hour. By the time I kept down the phone and resumed reading the newspaper, I could not find my glasses. I kept searching for it everywhere. Where did I put it? On the side table? Near the phone? Or did I leave it on the dining table? Could not get it. The maid saw me searching and asked, "What are you searching for, madam?" I said, "My glasses, of course." She smiled and said, "It is on your head only, madam." I felt ashamed. I went one day to buy vegetables. I bought every item, put them in a bag, and kept it aside in the shop so I could take out my purse and pay the money. I listed the items and the amount and paid the vendor. Forgetting the vegetables, I coolly walked back to the car. As I was a regular customer, the vendor came running to the car and said, "Your vegetables, Amma," and handed over the bag. I used to make pulkas or rotis on the stove over the tawa. I had almost finished and I had to switch off the gas and put the tawa aside when the doorbell rang. My husband is impatient and will not wait. So I hurriedly left everything without putting the gas off and without putting the tawa down. I went to open the door. My mobile, meantime, started ringing and I went to pick it up. It was a call from my daughter from US. I talked to her and forgot all about the tawa. When we sat for dinner, I went to get the dishes. The tawa had gone red hot and was sizzling. Quickly, I switched off the stove and put the tawa in the sink. It had lost its shape. I had to buy a new one at 1000 rupees, which was for my forgetfulness. Of course, milk overflowing, vessel being charred was a very, very common thing with me. The other day, I went to the market where I met a lady. She came, shook hands, and excitedly talking. The face was very familiar, but I could not recall her name. Try as hard as I could. I started conversation blankly as, "How are you?" with an artificial smile. She must have guessed something was wrong. Seeing my face, she was disappointed, and I somehow excused myself. My mind tried recalling her name with no result. Then, afterwards, later, when I was returning home, I saw a big board, Ambuja Cement. It flashed in my mind. Oh, her name was Ambuja, and I knew her very well. I felt sorry. I could hardly carry on a conversation because I had forgotten her name. Once during the festival, I got some sweets made, holgi, and it was delivered late in the evening of the previous day. Morning, the Pandit was expected to come early, so I had to finish everything as much as possible at night. I decided to wear my bangles and necklace and earrings at night itself. So I went to my Godrej. I had the packet of sweets delivered just then. I kept the sweet packet aside while wearing my jewelry, forgot and closed the Godrej door. Went to sleep. Early morning, got ready for puja, and when the time for offering the food to God, I kept searching for the sweet packet. It was nowhere. I managed to finish puja by offering only fruits, kheer, etc. My husband kept asking for the sweet. Where is it? I said I can't find it. We'll talk about it later. Later at night, when I opened the Godrej cupboard to put back my jewels, I saw the sweet packet. It was staring mockingly at me. I had forgotten where I had put it. I used to drive my car to do my little shoppings. I parked my car and did my shopping. Shops were close by, and when I finished forgetting that I had come in the car, I uh, just went home walking. When I reached the flat, absent-mindedly I tried to put the key which was in my hand to open my flat door. It wouldn't open. I realized then that it was my car key and not the door key. Then it struck me that I must have gone driving in the car and I must have left it in the parking. I immediately went back walking, drove the car, and came back home. Once I went to a five-star hotel for dinner, being invited. The driver dropped me and parked the car in the basement. After the party and dinner, I came out and the security asked me, "Madam, what is your car number? I can announce and the driver can bring the car up." Well, I forgot my car number. Oh my God, just could not remember. I pretended I had a call, so I went aside, called myself, and asked my car number. Then came back and told the security. Thus, I somehow managed the day. While studying, I was studying in my sister's house in a small flat. My brother in law was out on tour. To spend time, I was reading women and home magazines. My sister that had that day kept her key bunch with locker key, cupboard key, everything on the sideboard. Without realizing, I had piled the magazines on top of it, and we both went to sleep chatting endlessly. That night, a thief had come to the flat. I believe he had stolen cash, jewelry in other flats. Maybe in our house he could not find the key bunch lying under the pile of magazines. He could not ever imagine that it could be there. We might have been fast asleep. We were saved. My sister's forgetfulness was indeed a blessing. I had been to my daughter's house in US. They are both doctors, so would leave the house early in the morning and be back late in the evening. I had to spend time. I thought, let me make baigan bharta for lunch. I put the brinjals on the stove. My mobile rang. A friend of mine in another part of US had called. Talking to her for nearly 20 minutes, I forgot the brinjals. In US, there is fire hazard and every room has a smoke alarm. It goes off with even slight smoke. Before I could put down my phone, the doorbell rang, and when I opened it, I found a police officer and a man from fire brigade. He said, "Where is the fire, ma'am?" I was confused. They saw the stove and burnt brinjals and pointed at it. That was the culprit. My daughter had to pay $100 fine. She said, "Mom, please be careful what you cook when you're here." That day, we were invited for a party. My husband was hurrying me. I had to dress, check all the doors and gas, and I came to wear my slippers in the end. My maid has an uncanny habit of mixing shoes and slipper pairs. In a hurry, I wore a pair of sandals and joined my husband. I felt a little uncomfortable, but did not realize what had happened. I had worn different chappals of different pairs. Only when I had to dance, I realized my blunder. And to cover it up, I tried to pull my sari as low as possible. I was almost tripping. My husband was angry at the way I danced. Anyway, the party ended. We left and I sighed a sigh of relief. This was not forgetfulness, but a confusion in a hurry and haste. Sometimes I keep worrying if I am going into dementia or Alzheimer's. But I remember our teacher Chippy saying, forgetting at old age is normal when you're aware of it. Only if you are unaware and you don't realize, then you have to get checked. So I carry on with my episodes of forgetfulness and blame it on my old age. You may have similar experiences which you should share with all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lalita ma'am, for sharing your episodes so beautifully. Trust me, you are a very good story narrator. Thank you so much. We thoroughly enjoyed the show. Listeners, I hope you too enjoyed this program. Stay tuned to Hiriya Ravani for more such programs. Government of India has initiated an elderline toll-free number 14567. Elders or anyone on behalf of elders can call between morning 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for any questions, queries and support to elderly. Bye for now. Take care.